So now we're going to talk about just the very basics of marketing. And there are going to be a lot of terms, but today we're only going to cover a small handful of terms. So the first one is lifetime value. Otherwise known as LTV. We're also going to talk about cost to acquire a customer, otherwise called CAC. And then the last one is going to be payback period. I think with these three simple terms, you can actually get very far in not really understanding any other terms. These are the three that are most important. And so if we refer back to that machine, really what is it going to take to get us there? Well, let's actually refer back to the machine. If we refer back to the machine, I think life is nice and simple if you can put in $1 and immediately get $1.01 out. That isn't the case with all businesses. In some cases, you put in $1 and you end up making the $1.01 over time. Like maybe you make 20 cents and then 30 cents and then 50 cents, such that it ends up adding up to $1.01 at some point, maybe 6 months later. And so what these three terms will go through is really explaining in which you get the $1.01 from the dollar, like in what format. Because most of the time things are not so neat where you put in $1 and you immediately get $1.01 out. So lifetime value is pretty much what it would suggest. So let's say that we have a customer. And let's say that this customer, my drawing's not so good. Fun fact, I flunked kindergarten because my stick figures were not great. That is a true story. And let's say the customer goes, you can't see this here, goes to the store. So let's say we have a store. And we have this customer comes into the store and buys something. Let's say this customer buys something for $1, maybe a candy bar or something. And we as the store, the candy bar itself cost us something and we have employees working at the store. So let's say that we actually made 50 cents. Okay, off of that one customer. Now the customer goes home and then comes back and then actually comes back to the store and buys another candy bar. In fact, let's say that this customer comes back every single day and buys one candy bar from us every single day. The important number here to understand is what is that value of that one customer to us as the store? Well, each time that value to us is 50 cents. That's what we get to keep. And the customer keeps back. So keeps coming back. So each time the customer comes back, that customer contributes 50 cents. And over time, the lifetime value, the worth of this customer goes up. On the first visit, this customer is only worth 50 cents. But on average, this customer is worth, maybe say $100 over the course of his or her life. Because eventually this person's going to stop coming to the store. People find better stores. They change candy bars that they like, or they move away or something like that. So the lifetime value of this customer may end up being, let's say, $100. That is what lifetime value means. How much is that person worth? That one person worth to us over the course of his or her life. Now, the other number that's really important to understand is the cost to acquire a customer. So, presumably, this person didn't just show up at our store randomly. That can happen too, and if you have a website, that may be organic traffic to you. But in many cases, one of the reasons why it's so important to understand these numbers is you don't want to just rely on organic traffic. You want to generate traffic to your website to make money. You want to actively bring people in. You want to actually spend money or resources to bring in customers. Now, a lot of people get very wary when I say, you got to spend money to make money, because immediately people think of non-profitable ads, like just throwing money away in ads, but that's really not what marketing is about. What marketing is about is spending $1 to get $1.01 out. You know, going back to this initial graph, like we need to go and spend money, like come up with this initial dollar in order to get the $1.01. And it can be through ads, it can be through many other channels, but other channels aren't free either. For SEO, it costs you money to find content writers, marketers who will do partnerships to get you links. Like, people cost money, resources cost money, partnerships cost money, ads cost money, everything costs money. So the cost to acquire a customer is, how can we get this person, and how much will it cost to get that person? And that cost to acquire a customer will differ depending on the channel. And even within the same channel, let's just say Facebook ads, the cost will be different depending on the particular ads you're running, the particular demographics you're getting in front of, the method in which you're running the ads. So you're going to have different costs to acquire customers depending on, you know, what channels you're trying. And you should be trying a lot of different channels, and you're going to figure out what are the most optimal ones or the most promising ones to optimize. The last phrase that I want to cover here is payback period. And we kind of talked about this in the beginning as well. If we go back to our marketing machine, if we can come up with $1 to put in and get $1.01 out, how long does it take for that to happen? And again, it may be that our first sale is instantaneous, perhaps. In many cases not, but if we're using ads, it could be, we could be only making 20 cents. But if we have a subscription product, such as subscription software or SaaS, or if we have a subscription e-commerce product, it could very well be possible that 3 months later, we not only make up the initial $1, but we also make some additional profit. So the payback period is, at what point do we cover our initial costs? So those are the 3 levers to keep track of.